Mighty Morphin Transformers.
No, stop. That's the wrong song.
No, that's a song.
That's the wrong song. That's Power Rangers. Transformers is Transformers, robots in disguise.
Oh.
And see, it's Transformers more than meets the eye. Yeah.
Oh. What's up, guys? It's the Kaiju Cinematic Destruction, and we are back for another movie review. And of course, I sung the wrong song.
Yes.
Whatever. We have Bumblebee. Transformer in disguise. Was that right? That was right? I got it right. We got Bumblebee.
Let's all go to the lobby. 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 Let's all go to the lobby.
You must protect Earth and its people.
Take it down!
My back, me! This is how we stop them. You've cut me. And I'm not going anywhere.
First few trailers for this movie, I was incredibly unimpressed. I did not want to see this movie. I thought it was going to be some schlock. Even though Michael Bay is not attached to it the way that he previously was with the other Transformer properties, I just wasn't anticipating this to be in any way, shape, or form good. And here we are, Bumblebee doing gangbusters relatively, because for some reason in the movie God's infinite wisdom, they decided to put like 35 blockbuster movies all in the same damn weekend.
They did. Yeah.
What's I don't know what the point is for that. Some movie is not going to get their numbers, and it's going to suck because we've been seeing some very good ass movies.
Yeah,
and
we've been busy.
We've been busy. But Bumblebee.
Surprise!
Jesus Christ!
The hell out of me.
This was a surprisingly good movie, and it's a good thing that they wrested control of the Transformer franchise away from Michael Bay, because holy crap. So like Michael Bay has done like no fewer than 25 Transformers movies. That's hyperbole. I know. I don't give a damn. He's done a lot. And each and every one of them has felt just like, yes, they've made money, but they have just been not fun.
Yeah.
They have not been
fun. They were like
fun.
pushing something. It's like they were pushing something
for you
to notice.
They were pushing like giant robots beating each other should be fun.
Yeah.
But every single action sequence looked like just wrangled metal beating wrangled metal, and you didn't know who was who. And Bumblebee in the very first scene is like, hey, here's a fight sequence on Cybertron. Yeah. You can tell who people are.
Yeah, you can.
You can tell who Bumblebee is.
Yeah.
Who Optimus Prime is. Who Wheeljack is, who I'm missing some Starscream.
What was the bad guys that were going after?
Oh, we'll get into them. Because they weren't
like that's who they were fighting.
Yeah,
and you just got a chance to see like, okay.
Oh, who was the Autobots? Who were the Decepticons? Yeah, you could tell. Fight scenes are good in this movie. There actually isn't a lot of them. There's one at the beginning. There's definitely one at the end. But beyond that, there was like maybe one other one.
I don't know, but
just
the fight
one.
Scenes, I don't know, but the fight scenes, you basically look at it and you go like, holy shit, that went dark so fast.
Yeah, you could tell what's going on.
Yeah,
and become emotionally invested in this movie. But let's get into the movie. The movie takes place in 1987. Prior to the events of the other Transformers, and they actually do a good job of linking everything. Like out of nowhere, this is now just attached to all the other Transformers.
Yeah.
This happens in 1987, where the Autobots are starting their rebellion to try to bring back control to Cybertron, and they all evacuate. Pew! to the far reaches of the planet.
Yeah.
Optimus Prime sends Bumblebee, who at the time has his voice, and it's a fun voice. It's very fun. I loved it. I kind of wish he got it back.
I did too. But he doesn't. But understandably, we got it.
He gets sent off to Earth where where the Decepticons don't know where they are, and thus begins the events of Bumblebee.
Yeah.
That's basically it, and everything else that you see in the trailer is what happens. It's a fish out of water story with Bumblebee, who loses his voice, who loses a bit of his memory, which that is not well touched upon because he's not able to actually speak about, what he knows and what he doesn't know. So it's just basically like you have to figure it out later on that like, oh snap, he really doesn't have his memory, and that kind of plays a part into it. These aren't really spoilers.
No, but trying to piece that together is not jarring on you.
Yeah.
Like you don't lose focus with it. You don't lose your attention with it. Although you know what has gone on with Bumblebee, you're still able to follow his story. You're still able to follow his losses and what he's been through, although he does not have a voice.
Yeah. They do a surprisingly good job of making you give damn about a 15-foot some odd robot.
They do.
Who just doesn't know what's going on and is just trying to piece together what's happening to him. They make you really feel like he's a part of the scenery and not just like a CG mess. Yeah. Because they are very emotive with his actions. Yeah. In lieu of his voice. So like that was what was surprising. I did not expect that from this movie. Haley Steinfeld does an incredible job as the main character.
Oh, she was phenomenal. Yeah, she was.
And if you've heard or remember the name, she was Gwen Stacy in Into the Spider-Verse, another fantastic movie. So she's having a great year. And towards the end of the year, damn woman, put in work.
She sure is.
Jesus Christmas, you're gonna have two gangbuster ass roles, like within a week of each other.
That's how you do it.
Damn girl, handle it.
That's how you get shit done.
Haley Steinfeld does a great job. This movie really feels like an 80s movie, which I didn't know that was what we were going to experience when we got into this.
I didn't either.
When I saw 1987, I was like, wait, where are they going with this? Yeah. But it works. It definitely works. It works kind of as a quasi prequel to the rest of the Transformer movies. Yeah. Which, kind of makes you wonder, like, how do you go from, like, everything that looks like the old Transformer toys and making you feel nostalgic in a way that none of the other Transformers movies were able to do, to how do you go from that to just gnarled metal beating on each other and Michael Bay zooming in on asses and tits and making race jokes and shit? Like, how do you go from this hotness to that hot mess?
I don't know.
I don't know how they do that.
I don't know, but another actress we have to give props to, because like we had to figure out where the hell she was. Yeah. She was also prominent in the movie.
Oh my God.
Freaking Angela Bassett.
Okay, so Angela Bassett plays one half of the bad guys throughout this whole movie.
Shit,
I didn't know she was in this movie. And I probably should have, because she plays this character that is captivating and sinister and scary at the same time. Because the whole time I'm like, I kind of want to hang around you, but I'm pretty sure that you would blow me up.
Yeah, because she was shooting at kids.
Yeah, she didn't give a shit. She did not give a shit. Another person we got to give props to, and I know my sister hates doing so because she doesn't love him in the wrestling ring. John Cena.
You know what? I actually I thought I was gonna hate John Cena in this movie because some things he does annoys the absolute shit out of me. Yeah. I thoroughly enjoyed John Cena.
So
he did not get on my nerves.
So John Cena, bruh, I gotta give you credit because like I haven't seen a lot of your movies.
No,
I haven't.
He actually brought part of the comedic where it was not supposed to be comedic.
Oh yeah, he brought some nice comedic timing into
so it was
movie.
Like, okay, I mean, he was doing like a comedic joke and you're just like, that shouldn't have landed.
But it did.
How?
He has it. He definitely.
He did.
He definitely has it. Like when they needed him to be serious, he was serious. Like he plays a character where
He
again,
basically
no
just worked for the
spoilers,
military.
no spoilers.
Yeah, because
I'm trying not to.
that's in the previews. He works for the military.
I'm trying not to spoil, but like in the end, you're supposed to hate him.
Yeah,
You're supposed to hate him, and he does it in such a way where it's like, here's my comedic timing. You're gonna laugh at my jokes, and then when everything gets serious, you will absolutely hate me.
yeah,
Because like I run counter to what the protagonist needs.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
each and every time, and he still manages to be charming. Where it's just like, I want to
Yeah.
punch you upside your head and then buy you a beer.
yeah, yeah,
That's really how it feels.
yeah.
Another character that I wasn't expecting was Jorge Lindenberg. That's a name. Jorge Lindenberg. Memo.
Oh, I liked him too.
I liked Memo.
Even with his short time on screen,
Yeah,
he was enjoyable.
That's
as shit.
he's probably going to be your if you had to give him an award, give him the six man of the movie award, because
Has he done anything else?
he probably has. I'm gonna look that up real quick. But while we do that, he just popped on screen for the brief moments that
Yeah.
he's on screen. He's fun. He's
Oh, he
incredibly
is
fun.
amazing.
And honly,
Really cute, too.
To put this all into it, funny enough, he was in Spider-Man: Homecoming as a bit part. It looked like Jason. I don't remember Jason. I remember that. Yeah, he hasn't been in a lot of stuff, but like this, and he's also going to be in Alita: Battle Angel. So hopefully we'll see more from him in the future.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
again, as I said, he's fun, and that is probably the thing with this movie is it is fun. It is an incredibly fun movie. We need more
Yeah.
fun movies.
We do.
While we're sitting here in this political hellscape.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
one of the things though, and it's less an issue with the movie and more an issue just with comic book movies, with movies with this kind of property like Transformers or anime movies or live action adaptations, is a lot of them take themselves too seriously.
Yeah.
And are trying so hard to push the take us seriously motif.
yeah.
And it loses all of the fun. Whereas in certain aspects, you need to be fun. Like, I keep on bringing up Marvel, even though that's like beating a dead horse, but like they managed to make a lot, if not all of their movies have an ounce of fun
Yeah.
that makes you want to go see them.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a chore or an obligation to figure out, to piece together what's happening in their cinematic universe. You want to go see the movies. They give you a raccoon firing off a machine gun.
Yeah, they do.
And they don't sit here and go, it's like, let's be apologetic about this. It's like, let's apologize for this weirdness that we're putting on screen. They're just like, no, just fucking accept it. Here's a raccoon with a machine gun. And this one, this is what sets Bumblebee apart from the other Transformer movies, because it tries, the other ones try so hard to be like, let's be actiony, let's be as mature as possible.
Yeah.
Let's give apologies to what you're seeing on screen.
Yeah, and-
to giant robots beating each other up.
Yeah. And Bumblebee just was fun.
It just said, fuck it. Here
It's fun.
here are giant monsters having a fight,
Yeah.
giant machines having a fight.
yeah.
And let's actually see the fight.
Yeah.
Like they threw in some like MMA moves and it felt organic. Like
Yeah.
like towards the end, you're sitting here going like, okay. In the other movies, they say that they're soldiers and all you see is just explosions, fire off rockets.
Yeah.
This one, you see, okay, Bumblebee is a soldier. This motherfucker is putting in like Kimura arm locks and arm
All types
bars
of
and
stuff.
and hurricane runners, and like this brother is doing work.
Yeah.
He's putting in work,
Yeah.
and it feels like it fits because they just it felt like they basically said, "Fuck it, these are robots. Let's have fun with it."
Yeah.
That's really it.
Yeah.
On the downside, the movie, the story kind of falters in some parts. It does. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
What I was gonna say was, some parts was kind of lagging,
Oh yeah, it
and
did.
some parts you probably could have sped up a little bit. Like the ending, you probably could have sped that up a little bit. Possibly like in the middle of the movie when we were getting a little bit of context about the main character and Bumblebee, and they're trying to get to know each other. You probably could have sped that up a little bit or taken some things
just
out.
a little bit. Like it
Yeah.
felt like
I mean, I still didn't get bored, but it was just like, okay, can we
I think that's what it is. It's like it never got supremely boring, but like there were moments where it's like, okay, either get to the comedy, get to the action, or present us with a story that I actually give a damn about.
Yeah.
In between those moments.
Yeah.
And it kind of stumbled just a little bit to try and do that.
Yeah.
It really wasn't as captivating as it should have been. It didn't really make me give too much a damn about anybody else aside from the main character Charlie and Bumblebee and maybe Memo whenever he showed up on screen. Everything else was just like, okay, this is good, but like it lags behind the rest of the movie. What the rest of the movie has to offer.
Yeah.
It felt
I think the plot could have been
a little bit more tight.
Yeah, a little bit
more tighter. A little bit tighter. A little bit cleaner,
crisper,
a little tighter,
flowing together. Although it still flowed, it just was like some parts you were like, okay, come on.
Can we
move on now?
Let's get it going.
Get to like the fun part.
Let's get it going because like you can make character development fun.
Yeah,
you really can.
And they showed that you can.
Yeah,
they showed that in Bumblebee that you
can. There's really nothing much else to say aside from Daria. Give me your score between 0 and 5. What you got?
I'm gonna give Bumblebee 4.
4?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna give it 4.
Give it 4.
I appreciated it versus these other Transformer movies, which were shit.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, Bumblebee gets his props.
Okay. So, my biggest question before I get my score, question.
Lord.
No. I'm being good. I'm being a good boy. I'm a good boy. My biggest question with all of this is where the frick did Bumblebee come from? Because like I'm digging into my mental Rolodex and I'm trying to remember where I first saw him before the Transformer movies. Because like I don't remember him from the cartoon, and this might be like I'm getting up there in age. I'm only 32, but still I'm getting up there in age, and maybe I didn't pay as much attention to the show as I used to. Mm-hmm. I don't remember him from the cartoons. I do remember him from like the various other cartoons iterations that they've had in like the early 2000s, even the freaking anime. Like I remember him from there, but I don't remember him from before. So I'm trying to figure out what sparked this Bumblebee resurgence. But I'm glad that they've done it because he's become like one of the most iconic characters sitting right beside Optimus Prime to the point where we have a Bumblebee standalone movie before we have an Optimus Prime standalone movie in live action. So that's impressive to me. I don't know what did it, but people are hanging their hats on Bumblebee, and that's awesome.
What's your score?
With that, I have to say I give Bumblebee a 4. This is a great movie. It's not a perfect movie. It's a great movie. It's one where I say if you really feel for not just for the franchise, just for the whole property of Transformers, go see it because this is probably one of the best Transformer movies in ever.
Yeah,
I'll probably say ever. Like even when Optimus Prime sacrificed himself for the Allspark, even then I'd say this I felt this more than I did that one back in the 80s.
It is really relatable.
It is very fun. It is very bright. Again, I love movies that are bright and colorful, and this is very bright and colorful. This is very fun. This is very it's not as tight as it should be, but it's still good enough to keep my attention throughout the whole runtime. And it's short. When I say it's short, it was only like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Only about an hour and just barely over 90 minutes. Yeah. Versus like some movies was like, here's 2.5 hours. I'm looking at you, Aquaman. Okay. Here's 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Where we're still going over shit over and over and over and over and over again.
We're gonna shut it down because
I'm not gonna shut it down. I'm not rambling. I'm getting to my point. I'm getting to my point. So yes, I give this a 4. Bumblebee, go see this movie. It is fun. It is enjoyable. It feels like a Transformers movie versus the other ones that are out there.
Yeah.
And also somebody hit us up in the comment section like, where did you first see freaking Bumblebee?
Yeah,
let us know when you first remember seeing Bumblebee.
I don't remember Bumblebee either. I remember Optimus Prime. I remember everybody. I just don't remember him.
I don't want you to go into Wikipedia and be like, Bumblebee first showed up on this issue of Transformers magazine. No, I want you to look into your mind's eye And remember when you first saw
mind's eye.
your mind's eye, your memory, your mental Rolodex, hit that third eye.
Why didn't you just say that? What's
I'm saying
mind's eye?
all of that fits. They're all synonymous. Anyway, go look into your inner spectrums. Into your inner sanctum. And tell me when you first remember seeing Bumblebee, and hit us up in the comments. We want to see. Beyond that, let's go.
Yeah, we're shutting this down.
We're gonna shut it down. We're gonna shut it down.
The hell?
Kaiju out.